The oil field can be a notoriously difficult place to get around. In many areas, there are a variety of lease roads owned by different operators with certain use and access agreements. The terrain or landscape can be challenging to navigate, and there can also be inclement weather that can make it difficult to get around. All of these pose risks from a safety and efficiency perspective to workers in the field. Now, ArcGIS has a tool called ArcGIS Navigator that can be used to help enhance the navigation experience of workers in the field. Here in ArcGIS Navigator, which is a mobile app that can be run on any Windows or iOS device, workers can see their current location inside of a custom navigation map that includes asset layers from their GIS. So here I can see my current location is on the Hudson 3 well pad. As I zoom out, I can see other reference layers, like all of the other locations in my operating area, along with the private lease roads that our organization has. If I need to get to a location from my current location, I can simply search for any site that I want to visit. In this case, let's say I need to go to the Josh 7 well pad. In Navigator, you can add different locators that make the layers in your map searchable and discoverable. So I can search for any location and then pull up turn-by-turn directions from my current location. When I do so, a route is automatically generated on the fly, along with an estimated drive time, distance, and ETA. For this route, I can pull up information like the turn-by-turn directions, and if our roads had road names on them, I could actually see those displayed here in my list, along with the ability to look at different travel modes. So as we zoom in here, we can see some of these roads in my map area are marked with this little red outline. And so many of you may operate in areas where you have seasonal travel restrictions, like you can't drive down this road a certain type of year, maybe due to a landowner agreement or any other factor. So we can actually include that information into our road network that Navigator uses to generate our routes. If I go in here and choose a custom travel mode called hunting season, which restricts travel along those roads marked in red, and then apply that travel mode to my map, you can see how the route automatically gets recalculated and avoids the road here marked in red. In this case, it looks like the route instead uses a state or county highway, goes up north, then around before it gets down to the location of my destination. In addition to modeling things like travel restrictions, of course, I can also include all of our private lease roads and seamlessly integrate those with a commercial road network. And what that experience provides is the ability to go directly from one location, like you can see here at the Hudson 3, up to a public commercial road, and then down back onto my private lease road network, getting exactly to Josh 7. So this can help eliminate last mile gaps and things that we see within commercial navigation applications that might put the worker on the wrong side of a fence, at the wrong lease, or leave, again, that last mile gap that doesn't quite get them directly to their destination. In addition to generating kind of a single route for one stop, I also have the ability to add multiple stops to my route. So let's say I need to visit, in addition to Josh 7, the Mustang 6 well pad. I can search for that location and add that as a stop to my route. And you can see doing so automatically updates my travel time, my distance, and my ETA as well. Once I have multiple stops added into my route, I can actually edit the order of those stops if I need to resequence them for any reason. And once I do that, you now see this ability to optimize my route. So if I've got a multiple stop route and I want to have the app automatically optimize the sequence of those stops, I can do so by clicking that button. Now, as we zoom in, we can see some of the other features that you can incorporate into your Navigator navigation maps. So as I zoom in, I can see things like speed limits pop up. So as we navigate on our roads and we want to share information about things like speed limits to our workers in the field, we can use things like custom labels to display that information directly on the map. I can also see we've got an imagery based map loaded in here that turns on once I zoom in past a certain extent. This can add additional situational awareness to the worker in the field, so as they drive around, they can see the information about the area that they're in. And now once I'm ready to begin my route, all I need to do is click go.
Starting navigation.
And you can see I'll get
go northwest.
Voice guidance and turn-by-turn directions along my route
in 2 miles,
until I reach my destination.
Turn left on Wyoming 59.
So this is a very similar experience
in 1 mile,
to what you might see in a commercial
59.
navigation application like a Google Maps or an Apple Maps or even a Waze. Again, the primary difference here is that we're able to integrate those private lease roads that your organization manages with a commercial road network to provide that seamless turn-by-turn experience that gets you all the way from your destination, your origin to your destination. Once I get there, my route will end and I can carry on the work that I need to do for the day. One last thing I'll show you here is the ability for Navigator to use what we call route layers. So if I've got a pre-generated set of stops or route that's been optimized for me and I just want to consume that here within Navigator, I can come over here to my routes tab and I'll see all of the different route layers that have been shared with me. And so what this is going to do is load in, again, a pre-sequenced set of stops with a route generated to all of them in order. And that can help me kind of manage my entire day's worth of work instead of navigating individually from one location to another. All of the functionality we're looking at here will work offline. So even if you're in a disconnected area with absolutely no cell or Wi-Fi coverage, you're still able to search for all of your assets within your map, pull up your directions and get that turn-by-turn voice guidance all within that experience of the application. And again, from a value perspective, this can help workers more efficiently navigate the field, help increase their productivity, and ultimately keep them safer as they navigate and work in some of these harsh and extreme conditions. Thank you.